Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Create Every Day in August. Today is August 19th. Tomorrow will be the 20th, and we'll have 10 days to go. Are you excited? I am super excited about that. To celebrate my excitement, I'm gonna color. Woohoo! No, just so y'all know, it's like 2:30 in the morning here. I went to bed really early, about 7 or 8 o'clock last night, because it was raining really rough last night, and the power flickered a few times, and we lost internet. And so I grew up southern, and if you ever grew up in the south, I'm not sure how it is in the north because I didn't grow up in the north, so I don't know what the saying is. But the saying is, when the Lord is doing His work, you sit down somewhere. So we just laid down, and I woke up to excruciating eye pain. I'm pretty good with pain except for eye pain. And probably teeth and foot, teeth, like toe pain. Like the little pain is you can't fix. Like if it's my arm or something, I can apply pressure to it or take some medicine. But usually when I have eye pain, it's because something's in there, or I have just dry eyeballs. I suffer from like dry eye really, really badly, which I don't know why it's like that, but that's the way it is. So I am coloring up a Julie Nutting doll. Her name is Taylor. She's like one of the first dolls I got. And I want to say that I got her from Hobby Lobby, I think. This was a long time ago when Hobby Lobby was clearancing out the Julie Nutting stuff. I think I grabbed her for like $2 or something, 251 or something like that, which is great. You know, back in the day, Hobby Lobby would do those 75% off clearances, but no one knew about them because everyone wasn't sharing them, and it wasn't so massive. It was just like over time, like it was sprinkle out. But I've caught on to what they do, the stores. Hobby Lobby is very good at getting rid of their junk. Michaels and Joanne Fabric hang on for dear life. So what I've noticed is they tend to Hobby Lobby. If you ever notice, right at the beginning of the year, whenever they do CHA or Creativation, I'm not sure what it's called now, Creativation maybe, they go out and they buy the stuff that they want. And so in order to make room, they clearance their stuff out. Because if you think about it, the only stuff that you're getting at a really, really good deal is any of the name brand items for the 75% off, because everything in Hobby Lobby at some point is really 50% off, right? So if they're selling markers, they're going to sell them for 50% off already at a given point, right? Every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, once a month, or whatever. And if you're a patient person, you just wait on that sale and you get it for 50% off. And then, which is great. 75 is a lot better than 50. But then they go and they put the stuff on clearance, and it's only really 50% off of your 50% off, which makes us get crazy over the 75% off. But really, you're only getting the 25% off because they already have the stuff clearance marked down anyway. So does that make sense? Like this marker is normally $1, right? And they don't sell these markers. These came from uh, Ross. And they sell it for 50 cents. But when they're trying to move the inventory out, they sell it for a quarter. So, which a quarter is still better than 50 cents when you're purchasing multiple things, a mass abundance of things. And then we have to keep in mind that Hobby Lobby really only keep in the paper craft section. They only keep like 4 to 5 things. They don't have a huge selection of stuff. So if you want to buy something, you see it that day, don't go back in 2 days or even that afternoon and think you're going to get it. Like I saw that they had the summer toys on sale, and I am a fool, and I'll buy the little guy a bubble blower every so often, and they really don't do that great of a job. I purchased like two that did well, but one got broken to move, and the other one I think he dropped it and it broke or something like that. But the ones at the big box store, Walmart, cost a pretty penny. pretty penny. So I usually try to wait till they go on clearance, and then I'll get them. Instead of paying $20, I'll pay them $5 to $3 for it. Again, half off, 25% off of that, right? Um, but I saw that they had them, and I saw them like 2 weeks before, a full inventory of them. And then they put that summer stuff on clearance, and none in stock. All they have now, and I haven't been in Hobby Lobby in a few days, maybe a week or two. Because the last time I went in Hobby Lobby, I was actually looking for something very specific. We went into Hobby Lobby, and my little one's like, "Mommy, you didn't buy anything." We go into a few stores like that, and he says that. But anyway, and you know, Hobby Lobby, they'll take the stuff off the shelf and just put it back up in the storage if it's not broken. Like I saw this pretty little mermaid. I think it was a mermaid. It was something nautical, but the fin was broken, and it had a little octopus, and one of the tentacles was broken. I'm all for a good clearance price, but I'm not gonna buy it if it's broken, because you can't get to the front counter and negotiate. Well, you probably could, but I'm not big into haggling. So yeah, it's pointless for me to say, "Oh, this is broke. What am I gonna get?" Because you know, sometimes you'll get those cashiers that think that that's the property is theirs, like that's the product is their product, and they'll be like, "Oh, we're already clearancing it." Blah 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 blah. So I'm always very careful about clearance items, because sometimes clearance items only have supposed to be 6 pieces, you get 4. Could you imagine going to a fast food restaurant and ordering a meal and you only get a straw? That would probably upset me to no means. I purchased things like that before because I really wanted it, and it ended up being, it was missing things, which was okay because I really wanted it, so I wasn't too mad about it missing things. Until later on, I was like, "Why did you buy this?" Like, if I go to the store and they have a clearance, I always try to look at all the clearance items to make sure I get a full set of something. Because sometimes the jewelry pieces fall off or people steal them, which I don't, you know, it just makes it harder for people that want to purchase the full set of things. But we left out the house, was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. Because today is Wednesday. We left out on Monday, and I got some things. And we were supposed to go out yesterday. I needed to run some errands, and I think I said that in my last crater, but I didn't go. The little one woke up with another attitude. And I was just like, I don't have time for your grumpiness. Because usually what happens is it's a bleed over. He'll be grumpy in the house, and then we get ready to get in the car, and then he's carrying on. And I just don't have time for that, honestly. So we stay at home. And I am good with staying at home. For the most part, I am not a big, "Oh, let's go here." I do like to go to the craft stores and check and look, but nothing has excited me from any of the things that people are purchasing besides online items that I can just go online and purchase. So that's kind of what I've done. And Tuesday morning, I think with this whole pandemic going on, a lot of stuff excites me even less, because I've seen people do disgusting things in public before the pandemic. So it just gives me a little bit more pause as we going through this. And I haven't watched the news. I don't look at the stats. My aunt is a very good news person. So I was surprised yesterday when I called her. I was like, "Hey, have you watched the news lately?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "We're getting a storm." She said, "Oh, it's probably the hurricane, blah, blah, blah. It maybe hit land and y'all are getting the rain." I was like, "Yeah, because we're too far in. Like, there's no water in San Antonio that I know of. Not close by my house anyway. It would have to come from like an hour away to make it here. And by then, the water would just be like some trickling down, because, the land is so dry, and it would be grabbing up all of the water and trying to soak it in." But yesterday it was storming, and I saw that someone posted, it's like Did we have a hurricane? No, a tornado, because it was raining so bad. All the things on the back porch knocked over, like everything. So today I think we're going to have to do some yard cleaning, which is great because the big roommate will be home today, so he can do that. He probably not gonna want to do it, but hey, he's gonna have to. So yeah. Now, I've colored Taylor up a few times, and I always give her different clothes. I haven't paper pieced her to my knowledge, but I was looking for something, and I saw that I had colored her last year when I was doing that 100-day challenge, and this is day 11. So, as you can see, Taylor usually has on some funky clothes, and whenever I see her, I always think of, like, you know, she's going on the beach or something, or she's getting ready to go to some type of yoga class, and she's covering up her body until she gets in there and she starts to do the hot yoga and starts stretching or whatever. I don't know. That's what I think of when I see this whole situation. A lot of the dolls I've noticed from people doing them, you know, you can interchange them because some of them have like a similar shape to them, so you can fussy cut and like keep the head or keep the hair or keep the whatever and change the bottom portion, which is great for, you know, to get your money's worth, because you definitely don't want to invest in something that you can't benefit from. Now, I've always tried this technique, you know, color the outside one color and then have the behind another color, but today we're just going to keep it simple. Now, I gave Taylor, you know, she's a more mature lady getting ready to go to yoga. She may be the yoga instructor, because, you know, sometimes you go into the yoga class or a Zumba class or a cycling class, and it's a person that looks like they should not be doing it, and they get up there and they whoop your butt. Like, you're like, oh, I'm tired. When is this person going to stop? When I was very much into fitness, well, not that much, because I still liked Chick-fil-A and I still liked eating all kinds of deliciousness, junk food, candy, and stuff like that. Cookies, brownies are my weakness, right? Was this one lady when I would go to the spin class in the morning time, which is crazy. Like, who decides to go and get tortured in the spin class, right? I did. And so I would go in there, you know, and get it. And the lady was mature. She looked like she was probably older than me, right? And she get on that bike and she get hype. And I love that. Like, I have a friend who's a spin instructor, and that woman, I'm like, oh, we're in for the torture. And torture it was. I was just like, why? You know, like, why do we do that to ourselves? I do not like this orange. It's called melon yellow. I want it to be like bright orangey colors, but it's not. It is not. I wonder if I could put Maddie Souls. I don't know. I have a skirt that I could try on her and see. Yeah, well, anyway. What was I saying? I forgot. Whatever I was saying. Oh, torture. And so when I go to her spin class, because, you know, you want to support your friends. And this was when I was employed and we can go during lunch or whatever. And I would be like, oh, she getting ready to take us up this hill. Have you ever rode a bike up a hill? Have you ever rode a spin bike up a hill where you can crank up or down the incline? Yeah, well, usually when you finish spin class, if you haven't been doing it a long time or you're not good at it, you get off with wobbly legs. I always had wobbly legs. Always. But it was always a good time. She would always say, Brandy, crazy. I thought about doing the ScanNCut. But my mornings, up until 12 o'clock, or maybe like 11:30, yeah, around 12, are always going to be occupied as long as the little one goes to school from home, right? Excuse the scraping sound. So anyway, this is our Crata project for today. We've color tailored in 3 different ensembles. We have mature, sassy yoga instructor, and I guess her twin daughters came to support. I don't know. My creativity level has not refilled all the way. So anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.